Alright guys, Fasty3 here, just running down the SummerSlam 2015 predictions. According to Wikipedia, I think someone has just basically organised on how the match card will play out, so I'm probably going to do this from the order that it's been laid out now. Um, 10 matches on the card. According to that NXT TakeOver Brooklyn, there was 6 matches, and those 4 that I started off with, those will be on a future NXT show. I think that will be just, this Wednesday. With the 4 matches of the 8-man tag match, we got a fatal 4-way, a singles match between Eva Marie and Carmella, and then there was another match which I can't remember, but yeah. So, without further ado, let's just get started with the 10 matches and my predictions. So first of all, we got the Fatal 4-Way Tag Team match for the WWE Tag Team title. We've got the Primetime Players putting the titles on the line against the Lucha Dragons, Los Matadores, and the New Day. Apparently the New Day being the hottest thing there is right now, even though I don't really enjoy them as much. With the whole New Day thing that went on back in, was it October? Or November, I can't remember. That was. I thought, okay, this is something new, something neat, because I knew that, the whole thing with Kofi and Biggie was dying down, and then we haven't really seen much of Xavier Woods back in Extreme Rules last year when he got defeated by Rusev along with R-Truth. And then formed the New Day, and then after that, it's like everyone hated him, where they would play as a heel, but they didn't even realise being heel. The whole New Day sucks, and then they had the New Day rocks, sort of thing. So obviously we had the Primetime Players who defeated New Day at Battleground, which was last month. Oh, surprise! That was a surprise. I thought it was longer than that. But yeah, just watching this, the Primetime Players finally grabbing tag team gold. With the whole return from the Primetime Players, they got, Darren Young got back by, who was it, the Ascension, and it just went along from there. And Primetime Players are doing quite better than it was before. The New Day, I don't really see them being champions again anytime soon, even though I heard some rumours that WWE is planning to put the titles back on the New Day, but we'll just have to see how it goes. But I do kind of want to see the Primetime Players hold it for much longer. The Lucha Dragons, by far, obviously I enjoyed their performance back in NXT, so I do think they've got a bit of potential there. Los Matadores, I don't really see them being tag team champions anytime soon. I was hoping, even though I had said before, I would like them to see champions one day, but not as of right now. But when it all comes down to it, I think the Primetime Players are probably going to retain the titles. If the whole thing with the New Day getting the titles back are true, then we'll have to see what goes on from there. But yeah, Primetime Players is my pick to win this Sunday. Next up, we got the triple threat match from the Intercontinental title, which we have Ryback. It's finally back on. Ryback versus Big Show versus The Miz. Now, this was supposed to take place at Battleground, but Ryback couldn't put the title on the line due to a staph infection in his knee, which cost him out of action for a little while. And then there was a segment on Battleground where The Miz came out, then Big Show came out, told Miz to shut up, stopped running his mouth, gave him a knockout blow, and it just went on from there. Ryback finally coming back. The Intercontinental title, it's been all over the place. First we had Bad News Barrett, who kind of dropped the title due to an injury, and it was placed at WrestleMania. Which Daniel Bryan won, and then after that, Daniel Bryan had an injury which he had to drop the title, and I'm still kind of surprised that Ryback actually won the Intercontinental title back at Elimination Chamber. because we had a chamber match. So that was pretty interesting to see. Ryback finally becoming champion for once, and now due to this injury, it's kind of like it's just playing over again and again and again with the whole injury and dropping the title. But I do actually think the way this is going to be playing out is that the Miz, he's been, trying to run away from this situation and probably trying to still win. We're probably going to see the Miz just let Big Show and Ryback go at it until one of them is knocked out. Probably the Miz throwing Ryback at the ring, probably pinning the Big Show and probably getting the 1, 2, 3. We could see something like that, either the Miz becoming the champion once again. But as of right now, I kind of just want to see Ryback keeping hold on that title, just because, that injury and Intercontinental title needs to have something to it. I wouldn't even mind seeing the Miz, even though that's what I actually think the Miz is gonna plan on doing anyway. Big Show, I wouldn't even care to see him win that as well. But as of right now, my bet's on Ryback to retain the title, probably pinning someone like the Miz. Probably the Miz is going to get involved once Big Show is down, trying to take his hand on Ryback and go on from there. So yeah, I'm just picking Ryback for the win and holding to the title for a little bit longer. Next up, we've got a tag team match. This is two families going at it once again. As you may know, back at 2013 Elimination Chamber, we had the Wyatts versus the Shield. It's kind of a repeat, minus Seth Rollins and Eric Rowan, who's out for an injury. So we've got Bray Wyatt and Luke Harper going on against Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose. Hard to pick for this one. I'm kind of surprised that Luke Harper's basically helped Bray Wyatt back at Battleground to help, pick up the win and defeat Reigns. And now it's just gone to a whole tag team situation. But yeah, I do kind of want to say that Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose are probably going to pick up the win for this one, probably just because where Bray Wyatt picked up the win at Battleground thanks to Luke Harper. But still, I do think Roman Reigns will finally pick up the win over Bray Wyatt. Dean Ambrose, Luke Harper probably going to be fighting at the outside as it is, because they did have a match back at, Extreme Rules or something like that. And that match lasted about an hour, or was it Payback? I can't remember. But I'm picking Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose for the win for that one. Next up, it was something I would never thought would happen. We got Stephen Amell in a match, who will be teaming up with Neville to face Stardust and Kim Barrett. The whole Neville vs Stardust feud has been going on week after week, up until Kim Barrett has to, join in this cosmic world of where Stardust is from the fifth dimension. And then, the whole thing with Stardust and Stephen Amell, I didn't actually thought this was going to happen. Stephen Amell being the guest host on Raw, Stardust was, knowing about this, gave Stephen Amell a good solid punch from the crowd. He just jumped out the crowd into the ring, started taking down Stardust, forced Triple H to give him a match against Stardust, and he's decided to do a tag team match. Most likely Neville's going to be doing a lot of the work for this one, because Stephen Amell, being a celebrity and all from Arrow, which I haven't watched, by the way, so I wouldn't know anything about Arrow. He'll probably come in as the Arrow, to say, for SummerSlam. But yeah, that's what I think Neville's going to be doing most of the work. We'll probably have like a little cat fight, as we'll call it, with Stephen Amell and Stardust going at it. Kim Barrett probably get them out of the way. Neville making a save. something like that. My pick is just for Neville picking up a win for the team. Probably getting a 1, 2, 3 over Stardust, or probably just getting the Red Arrow on Stardust and tagging in Stephen Amell just to pick up the pin Stardust and picking up a win for that one. So I'm picking Neville to pick up a win for the team. Next we have Kevin Owens versus Cesaro, two guys which I love of what they do in the ring. Kevin Owens tonight at NXT Brooklyn, he's got the NXT title match with Finn Balor, and then the next he's got a match with Cesaro. It's really hard to say for this one because I like both performers. Cesaro getting some potential here. We've got the Cesaro section, hashtag push Cesaro, which I would like to see mostly. Kevin Owens just being one of those guys in the ring, just does what he does. I'm kind of want to say Cesaro for this one, probably picking up a win. But then again, I kind of think I want to go for Kevin Owens. So I'm just picking my first bet. Cesaro is going to pick up a win against Kevin Owens and then see what goes on from there. Not much to really say about that match because I like both, but I wouldn't, it doesn't bother me whoever wins because that will be an awesome match. Next up, we've got a 3-team elimination match between Team Bella, which includes, Nikki Brie and Alicia Fox, going against Team Bad with Naomi, Sasha Banks and Tamina, versus PCB, the Submission Sorority of Paige, Charlotte and Becky Lynch. I was paying a little bit of attention when they first started this Divas Revolution, and then after that I just haven't really been paying attention at all. As for you may know by now, I'm loving Paige for what she does in the ring. I like Charlotte, I like Becky Lynch. This PCB thing's probably going to go down. We haven't seen Nikki put the title on the line for a little while because I was kind of concerned whether she's going to put the title on the line for SummerSlam, but it seems not. Probably on the episode of Raw that might happen. She puts the title on the line against, I don't know, Naomi or Charlotte, something like that. So I think the way this is going to go is probably they're all going to gang up on Team Bella as it is, and then probably going to see PCB and Team Bad just go at it non-stop. As for anyone who knows my obvious opinion on who will win is probably PCB, probably Charlotte picking up a win for pinning Team Bad, or probably Team Bella's probably gonna do something about it, probably some interference after they get eliminated or something, I don't know, but we'll just have to see what happens. So I'm just picking PCB for the win just because I just love them as a team. Not much to really say about it once again. And now next up, I would have thought this was going to be a tag match as well, but it's not. We got Dolph Ziggler versus Rusev. Lana and Summer Rae are inside. Obviously we've seen both Lana and Summer Rae go at it outside the ring during Rusev's matches. We've seen Summer Rae give Lana give Summer Rae a couple slaps here and there. Summer Rae got kicked by Lana. That was just amazing. So we'll probably see a fight between Lana and Summer Rae outside the ring during this match. Dolph Ziggler was out of action for a little while because of where Rusev kind of faked his injury with the broken ankle or some sort, and used the steel chair on his throat, which caused him out of action for a little while. And then Lana's just basically interfering in the matches with what Rusev's doing, and slapping Summer Rae in the cat fight. It's just going at it. I kind of want to say Dolph Ziggler for the win for this one, but we'll just have to see what goes on. There'll probably be a distraction by Summer Rae or some sort, or Lana, which helps Ziggler pick up the win, or I don't know. But I'm picking Dolph Ziggler for this one because I don't really see Rusev as winning this one. I think it's kind of just like gone downhill. They bring out these guys that are pretty dominant. Rusev had like an undefeated winning streak throughout 20 2014, and then 2015 when he lost to John Cena at WrestleMania, which obviously that was going to happen anyway. So yeah, and he's just died down ever since. So I'm just picking up Dolph Ziggler winning this one, with the help of Lana, probably distracted Rusev, or there'll be Rusev gets distracted of what's going on outside the ring between Lana and Summer Rae. So excuse me. So I'm just picking Dolph Ziggler for that one. Now we've got Brock Lesnar versus The Undertaker, which everyone's been surprisingly been looking forward to see. Even though the rumours were true at Battleground, The Undertaker was going to return, but I actually thought it was going to be after the match. So yeah, The Undertaker just returned after Brock Lesnar was trying to get a win over Seth Rollins to become the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Undertaker comes out of nowhere, gave Lesnar a low blow, tombstone, chokeslam, and that was it. And then it's had a big brawl after Battleground, which that was crazy. And now it's all come down to this. And everyone has been saying whether Lesnar's gonna beat the Undertaker, so Undertaker will retire. People have been saying Kane might actually come back and probably get involved with this match, but I don't even see the intentions of Kane getting involved because at the end of the day, it's a war going on between the Beast and the Dead Man. Sorry how this camera's going on, it's shaky. I do kind of want to say Undertaker just to get back at Brock Lesnar for defeating the undefeated streak at WrestleMania. But we'll have to see what happens. So I'm just picking the Undertaker for this one. If Brock Lesnar wins, then Brock Lesnar wins, but we have to see what happens. We've got Randy Orton versus Sheamus, one match which I have no cares about. As we all know, on Monday Night Raw, Sheamus tried to cash in his Money in the Bank on Seth Rollins after a match which I forget who it was from. And then, Sheamus failed because of a distraction from Randy Orton giving him the RKO and failing to cash in. So Sheamus still has that Money in the Bank briefcase on him. So he could cash in probably at the main event itself. This match I have no cares about because we've seen Orton and Sheamus go at it hundreds of times. Live events back at Raw 2010. And it's just something which I just honestly don't care about. Kind of want to say Orton for winning this one, and Sheamus will probably do something during this main event itself, after the match or some sort, who knows. That's what that's what's on everyone's minds right now, whether Sheamus is going to cash in at SummerSlam or not, but we'll have to see what happens. I'm picking Orton for this one. Again, it will probably just be a repeat of WrestleMania as Orton defeated Rollins, and then Rollins came out during the main event between Lesnar and Roman Reigns, which he just cashed in during the match, and then Rollins won the WWE World Heavyweight title. That's how I think it's going to go again. We'll have to see. Orton for the win for this one. And the final match, we got a title for title match. So both the United States title and the WWE World Heavyweight title will be on the line. It's, winner takes all. John Cena versus Seth Rollins, and whoever wins has both the United States and WWE World Heavyweight title. We've seen Cena and Rollins go at it many times before. It is something that I am looking forward to see because, John Cena being a 15-time world champion, will this be his 16th time and he'll be tied up with Ric Flair's world championship record, which I think is going to go down anyway. And then Rollins is going to be pissed as it is after SummerSlam, or after, probably on Raw, most likely, and wants a rematch. That's how I think it will go. If Cena wins, he's probably going to drop the United States title anyway, and probably a Battle Royal will probably go down. So yeah, that's how I'm thinking it will go. It'll be shocking to see Rollins defeat Cena, because Rollins doing the whole thing with the "you can't see" knee, you know, breaking Cena's nose during their match on Raw for the United States title, which Cena shockingly managed to retain the title. So I'm kind of picking Cena for this one. It'd be shocking to see Rollins win the winner takes all match, but that's how I'm thinking it will go. So I think Cena's probably going to win and become a 16-time world champion. Title with Ric Flair, because Cena just does what he does in the ring anyway. So yeah. So that's my predictions for SummerSlam 2015. What are your predictions? Put them in the comment section below. And yeah, that is it, guys. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy SummerSlam, and I'll see you next time, next month, for predictions for Night of Champions. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Bye.